Jubilant Ingrevia Limited. To recommend final dividend 16/5. Thinking Pictures Limited. Recommended dividend of 0.15 rupees. Shree Cement Limited. To consider second interim dividend 22/5. The 1st of June 2023. AARTI Industries Limited. Recommended final dividend of 1.50 rupees. HDFC Life Insurance Company Limited. Record date for final dividend of 1.90 rupees. The 16th of June 2023. Ildeco Housing and Industries Limited. To recommend final dividend 15/5. Wardwizard Innovations and Mobility Limited. Recommended final dividend of 0.10 rupees. Sterling Tools Limited. Recommended final dividend of 2 rupees. Birlasoft Limited. Recommended final dividend of 2 rupees. Home First Finance Company India Limited. Recommended final dividend of 2.60 rupees. The 19th of May 2023. Indian Nirman Limited. AGM. The 7th of July 2023. Solitaire Machine Tools Limited. To recommend dividend 20/5. AMI Organics Limited. To recommend final dividend 13/5. Duncan Engineering Limited. To recommend dividend 16/5. VIP Industries Limited. AGM. The 2nd of August 2023. AMJ Land Holdings Limited. To recommend dividend 20/5. Graves Cotton Limited. To recommend dividend 12/5. Vardman Special Steels Limited. Record date for bonus issue in the proportion of 1:1. The 19th of May 2023. Awadh Sugar and Energy Limited. Recommended dividend of 10 rupees. IBINVIAT Fund. Declared fourth distribution of 2 rupees. The 12th of May 2023. Bombay Dyeing and MFGCO Limited. AGM. The 8th of September 2023. UPL Limited. Recommended dividend of 10 rupees. Canara Bank. Recommend dividend of 12 rupees. Mahanagar Gas Limited. Final dividend of 16 rupees. Kalpataru Power Transmission Limited. Recommended final dividend of 7 rupees. Automotive Axles Limited. To consider final dividend 16/5. HFCL Limited. Recommended dividend of 0.20 rupees. Kansai Nerolac Paints Limited. Recommended dividend of 2.70 rupees. Declared bonus issue in the ratio of 1:2. Tina Rubber and Infrastructure Limited. To consider dividend 24/5. Transpec Industry Limited. To recommend dividend 18/5. Goa Carbon Limited. To recommend dividend 16/5. CRM Silk Mills Limited. To consider final dividend 16/5. Honeywell Automation India Limited. To recommend dividend 17/5. Premier Explosives Limited. To consider dividend 16/5. Exide Industries Limited. Recommended a final dividend of 2 rupees. AGM and dividend. Industrial and Prudential Investments CO Limited. To recommend dividend 18/5. Gulshan Polyols Limited. To consider issue of bonus shares 12/5. Craftsman Automation Limited. Recommended final dividend of 11.25 rupees. The 19th of June 2023. Appa Industries Limited. Recommended dividend of 40 rupees. APM Industries Limited. To recommend dividend 16/5. Indian Bank. Recommended dividend of 8.60 rupees. The 12th of June 2023. Fundraising plan through FPO and rights issues. AGM. Alicon Castallo Limited. Recommendation of interim dividend for FY23, 16/5. Radix Industries India Limited. To recommend final dividend, 25/5. Shetron Limited. To recommend final dividend, 15/5. Panaminda Limited. To consider final dividend, 18/5. Pudamji Paper Products Limited. To recommend dividend, 20/5. Apollo Pipes Limited. Recommended final dividend of 0.60 rupees. Rain Holdings Limited. To recommend dividend, 12/5. Sunshield Chemicals Limited. To consider final dividend, 16/5. BDH Industries Limited. To recommend dividend, 17/5. Reddington Limited. To recommend dividend, 16/5. AMJ Land Holdings Limited. To recommend dividend, 20/5. Emerald Leasing Finance and Investment Company Limited. To consider dividend, 19/5. BSL Limited. Recommended a dividend of 1.50 rupees. Bajaria Industries Limited. To consider final dividend, 15/5. Astral Limited. To consider final dividend, 15/5. Hawkins Cookers Limited. To recommend dividend, 24/5. Circa Paints India Limited. To recommend final dividend, 16/5. Jindal Saw Limited. To recommend the payment of dividend, 17/5. Carborundum Universal Limited. Recommended a final dividend of 2 rupees. AGM. The 2nd of August 2023. Jindal Saw Limited. To recommend dividend, 17/5. Zydus Wellness Limited. To recommend dividend, 17/5. Abbott India Limited. To recommend dividend, 19/5. JSW Steel Limited. To recommend dividend, 19/5. Paradeep Phosphates Limited. To recommend dividend, 17/5. Thermax Limited. To recommend dividend, 17/5. Kiran Valpa Limited. To consider dividend, 17/5. Ashok Leyland Limited. To consider dividend, 23/5. Nickel Adhesives Limited. To recommend dividend, 16/5. JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals Limited. To consider dividend, 24/5. Superhouse Limited. To consider for declaration of dividend, 30/5. Chemfab Alkalis Limited. Declaration of dividend, 18/5. LG Equipments Limited. To recommend dividend, 19/5. Tube Investments of India Limited. To consider final dividend, 15/5. Yuga Sugar Works Limited. Recommended 50% as dividend. Lick Housing Finance Limited. To recommend dividend, 16/5. Sky Industries Limited. To recommend final dividend, 16/5. SP Capital Financing Limited. To recommend dividend 18/5. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up if you like, subscribe, press the bell icon and never miss an update. Share and comment your thoughts on the comment section. And stay tuned with Corporate Actions India.